So I've got my Tesla Model Y up on the lift because I've been fitting these aluminium under trays, and there's a video on the channel if you'd like to find out more about those. And while I was under here, I was quite surprised to see the cords are showing on my rear tyres. And this car's done 29,515 miles. So let's jack it up, take the rear wheels off, and then we'll see how bad they are. And while the wheel is off, you might be interested in this. This vehicle has got the Gigacasting rear end. So rather than lots of welded bits of steel, it's got this huge aluminium casting which is bolted to the battery pack. And these rear brake discs are in remarkable condition for the age of mileage. They still look like new. So these are still the factory tyres, and they're Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 3 T1 Tesla rated, and the size is 255/45 R19 104W. So this is that near side tyre, and this has got 3mm of tread there, 3.2 there. On this outer edge that is 3.5, and in this groove there that is 3.2 or 3.3. So these are wearing pretty evenly. So these are getting low, but I was hoping to get the rest of the summer out of these tyres and then change them as we come into the winter. And I have been checking them for wear, because I know inside wear is a common problem on Teslas, but it creeps up on you. It just doesn't look as bad as it is when it's on the car. So you can see here these grooves go round the edge, but here they're half worn away. And a quick look online, you'll see many cases where people's tyres are much worse than this. I caught these just at the right time, but I have noticed here you can see the cords in that bit there, so that's pretty bad. And then this is what was visible from underneath. So the cords are showing. Once you can see the cords, that tyre is getting pretty dangerous. And we can see this line round here, that's getting very thin, close to the cords, all the way around the tyre. And then if we look at the offside tyre, that's 3.3, 3.3, 3.8 there, and this groove here, 3.8. So again, very even wear on this, but a fraction of a millimetre less than the near side. And again, it's wearing on this inner edge. We can compare those grooves there to this side, but nowhere near as bad as the near side tyre. And it hasn't worn down enough to show any cords. This is the worst bit of wear on this tyre. Because these tyres are quite difficult to get hold of, I buy up used ones when I see them on Facebook. These are Hankooks, the same originals, albeit T0s rather than T1s. And I think I paid 35 quid each for these, and I think 5 each for these. So these ones have got 4.7, 4.8 millimetres of tread. These ones 5 and 5. So yeah, I'll put these on the back now, and they will keep me going for another 18 months to 2 years. And because I've got my own tyre machine, I always try to buy good examples of used tyres for the vehicle I'm driving, because then I can keep the vehicle on the road if I get a puncture, or obviously in this case find that they're worn, and I'm not reliant on tyre garages, because these tyres are about £240 each new, and normally you've got to wait a day or two for them to get them in. So these are the same Hankook factory tyres of someone else's Model Y with the acoustic foam, and this is the inside edges. And as you can see, there's no wear on those. I'll just brush the cobwebs off them and get them fitted.
This channel has had over 15 million views, yet only has 40,000 subscribers, whereas it should be 3 to 4 times that, because over 90% of the viewers are not subscribed. Please do, it's completely free, it's only a click for you, and it really does help.
Here's something that's interesting. I've just taken the valve stem out to release the air, and I get a notification on my phone to say air pressure in rear tyre on both sides, because I've just taken the valve out on both sides. Yet these tyres have been stationary now for a whole night. I put the car up on the ramp yesterday afternoon. So normally a TPMS valve will go to sleep when the wheel isn't spinning to save battery. But obviously I have moved this to take it off today, but it still hasn't gone to sleep. And the car's been asleep. The car's been locked since yesterday afternoon, and I haven't unlocked it. Yet still it's measuring the tyre pressure and it's giving me that notification. I've never seen that on another vehicle, because as I said, normally these would go to sleep. And in all cases the vehicle would be asleep as well. But even though this Tesla has been locked actually for nearly 24 hours now, it's still monitoring those tyre pressures, which is very clever. These tyre machines are one of the best investments I made. I bought them used, but it means I can sort out my own tyres, my own punchers. I can repair TPMS valves as well, because tyre garages often break these and they don't get involved with them. They don't keep spares, or they don't program those. So I can do all of that. And what was the clincher is I had a 4x4 Jeep, a Jeep Cherokee, which I was using for towing, and the local garage fitted a set of tyres, and 3 months later I realised that the rear tyres were both fitted the wrong way round, and it said inside on the outside. And that was the final straw. The skill of people that work in most tyre garages in the UK is pretty poor. So I do it all myself now. And the nice thing about EVs is you don't get brake dust on your alloys, and this is the inside of the alloy where normally they're absolutely caked, and I'm just washing this with soapy water. And this is the first time they've been cleaned in nearly 3 years and nearly 30,000 miles. So in the Tesla, when you change your tyres, you want to reset it in the service settings, because the Tesla is constantly measuring tread wear with the ABS sensors. So you want to tell it you fitted new tyres. Even when you fitted part wall tyres like I've just done, you just need to reset it. So we go into settings, service, and then we go to wheel and tyre, and then tyres, and then this is where you can reset it. So we say what type of tyres I've got, and I've got summer tyres, and what type of service I've done, and replacement 1 to 3, and then we say confirm, and that's now done. So the point of this video is to say keep an eye on your tyres, particularly when they're starting to get worn. Do check that inside edge, which isn't very easy to do. You've got to get your head underneath the car, but you can look here and it all looks good, and it looks good here, but it's very easy to miss that inner edge. And I had been checking my tyres as well, but this sort of thing is very easy to miss, particularly in this case where the cords are only showing in a little bit and the rest of it wasn't looking too bad, although it does look worse now I've taken the tyre off. So I'm sure many are going to say, surely you need to get a wheel alignment done to stop this. Well, maybe, but the tyre is wearing evenly, and my experience of wheel alignments is that they've never been very good. Most tyre places don't make a brilliant job of wheel alignment, and I've had it done a few times and I've had to take it back because the steering is off-centred. So because this tyre is wearing evenly, and the tyre is pretty near the end of its life anyway, I'm not going to risk getting a wheel alignment done, because I've found that often it's worse after an alignment. If this tyre wasn't wearing evenly, then yes, I would get it done. But until I can find someone locally who makes a very good job of wheel alignment, I would rather not have it done. And to get 30,000 miles from a set of tyres on the driving wheels, I don't think it's too bad. And the front tyres on this are still at 5.5mm, but of course this is a rear-wheel drive car and there's no motor on the front. So I hope you found that video useful or interesting, and as always, if you have, please do click the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see other videos on the Tesla Model Y In the video description below will be a link to a playlist where you can see other videos I've made. Okie doke, see you on the next one.
If you like the video, please do click the thumbs up button, and leaving a comment also helps too. Plus, of course, subscribe if you're not. If the video saved you time or money, a little support via Ko-fi or the Super Thanks button would mean a lot. There's over 1,300 videos on the channel, so have a browse, use the search, and have a look at the playlists. And here's 2 videos you may want to check out.